Welcome to this episode of CLIC Connect. It is a great pleasure to be here with my good friend, Greg Aden of Aden Leadership. Greg, welcome to the show. How are you and the family?
Wonderful. Thanks for having me. The boys are happy and healthy, and Craig, that's all I can ask for.
There you go, my friend. Now, Greg's joining us today. He has got a leadership event coming up that I would really like you to tell the audience about and how they can, help themselves and their team and join you on this journey that you're having next month.
You bet. Had a dream back in April, Craig, about what if we created an entire day to develop ourselves in the moment, shifting when things felt right, and it's called the Leadership Development Day. It's Thursday, February 4th. 8:55 to 3:15 Mountain Time. And the reason for this was leadership is so critical in our nation right now. It's certainly very critical in all of our relationships. And as you know, Craig, it's always been something I've held deep in my heart. So I've collected 16 very powerful speakers. They're all leaders in their field of relationship, communication, and obviously leadership. They're going to bring their short and powerful stories to everyone who's attending. And it's a worldwide virtual conference. And I'm just excited to be part of it.
Absolutely. Hey, Greg, why don't you tell the audience, give them a couple of speakers that are coming, and what's the price of the event?
Yes. Well, I'll start with the price because it's unbelievable. It's $57. Daniel Delomo, the CEO and president of Sage Hospitality, is a speaker. Hani Berger with Jovial is a speaker. We have Anthony Lavados, and he and his wife are co-founders of Footers Catering. I've got John Eads, who's a novelist who wrote Building the Best, Principles for Great Leadership. Jeff Faudelin is an author and speaker out of LA. I have a CEO and VP of a big communication company here in Denver. And honestly, Craig, the list goes on, and they're all bringing their stories in order to have an impact on those that are listening.
Perfect. Now, this is going to be a worldwide event, so obviously it's virtual, but are you also having a gathering in the beautiful city of Denver that day for live in person?
Yes. I mentioned Daniel with Sage Hospitality. They're actually a partner this year, and they're hosting the event at their JW Marriott Cherry Creek. Right as it says, it's in the Cherry Creek area of Denver. There'll be a smattering of people there. We wanted it to be more of a social experience for up to 100, 125 people, Craig. But this year, people were saying, I just as soon watch it at home or in my office. And, we'll have probably 35, 40 people there. And most of that will be family and friends and other speakers, but it's going to be professionally produced. The company that's doing it with me is 408 Productions out of LA and Denver. And I promise it'll be an interesting day because it won't be a bunch of people sitting in their living rooms talking to their computer to people around the world. They're actually going to be performing as if the room is full of people. So that's the cool part. Yeah.
There you go. Now, I'm a big proponent of your leadership work. I saw it in action when you were at IHG, created one of the best hotel development teams ever, and I do mean ever. Greg was also part of CLIC last year and did a keynote on leadership. So I want to play a little role reversal with you, and I'm dropping an F-bomb on you. So, Greg, my feeling is the biggest F-bomb out there is fear. How are you dealing with the people that you're coaching, the groups that you've gotten your leadership courses? How are you helping them with fear right now?
Beautiful question, Craig. And the first question is let's identify what the fear is. Just like asking my sons, what are you afraid of? And we try and shift somebody who is talking themselves into being afraid, out of being afraid and more into being courageous. And as you know, one of my 5 principles is courage. And it's not saying that fear doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that fear isn't real. I just, as quickly as I can, get them to identify it, help them escape it by asking them what part of it is real. sometimes it's under our bed and in the closet, and we both know nothing's there. But when we tell ourselves we should be afraid of something, we do. So mentally, I get them to identify it, ask them to escape it as quickly as possible. Now let's focus on what courage is it going to take for you to identify and achieve what it is you really want.
Very good. Now let's ask you another one. We're getting close on time, but I just want, when you've got a team now, whether it's with one of the hotel brands or somebody else, just one nugget of what you're doing to get them to be more of a cohesive group.
It starts and ends with integrity. Asking this group to mean everything that they say and honor thy word. To me, integrity is I am my word. And frankly, Craig, the biggest thing is I'm working with teams is accountability. Right. Leaders want to hold others accountable, but have a hard time holding themselves accountable. Therefore, by example, they're letting everyone else on their team leak. But I would say if we can get people to be more integral and more accountable, we're well on the way.
There you go. Servant leader.
Yes, sir.
I love it. You don't have to be out front to be a leader. It's shoulder to shoulder, you can be behind, okay? Yeah. Give your people enough ropes that they can either be a star or hang themselves. You're going to know what they are quickly enough, but hold them accountable. I love it. My friend, we are sadly out of time. Please give the audience a shameless plug for Aden Leadership and yourself and for your upcoming event. And I will have the link in the description below. I'm not getting good with my hand yet, but we'll get it in there.
Well, first of all, I'd put more emphasis on what Aden Leadership is doing for the world right now. And please join me on February 4th, Thursday, for the Leadership Development Day. It's all over there in Facebook and LinkedIn, Instagram and Twitter. Reach out if you'd like me to send you an invitation. We'll make it affordable for you. And I would say, other than that, Craig, if you can join us that day, you'll learn more about myself and my style. But really, for me, it's a joy to bring great people together to serve other great people and make wonderful things happen. I just want to make leaders better, and I know it's possible.
Yeah, it is, and I will be there. You want to give everybody your email address or website?
You bet. It's adenleadership.com. My email is greg@adenleadership.com.
Perfect. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you joining us today and being a part of the conversation.
My pleasure. Thank you, Craig.
And I want to thank you, our audience, for joining us today. Very important. Leadership right now is not in, we don't have an overabundance of it. You need to get out there and help yourselves and help your teams. Become a better human, become a better leader. I highly recommend that you check it out in the link below. And on that, I want to thank our audience for joining us today. And remember, be kind. Share your knowledge. Go be amazing.